Hello, everyone, and welcome to a somewhat delayed episode 6 of the Beginner's Guide to Managersim. I've been having numerous problems the last week or so to do with the streaming software, which somehow has lost connection to my monitor. So I'm on a different type of streaming software at the moment, and then I had some real life problems, nothing too serious. And then my internet has now been very dodgy the last few days. This has been a major problem, hence why I haven't really been doing much recording. So this is just going to be a quick recap of what's been going on. As of course, as all these problems have been going on, I haven't managed to check on my Elfsborg side until today. And as you can see, the last time we checked, it was still in December. We're now in February, so this is a good advance of what's been going on. And currently, things have been going on really well with the club. We seem to be doing very well in the league. We've certainly picked up on our form. We've played a couple of league games since the last episode, and one of them was against Malmo. And if I show you what's happened in the fixtures, I'll make that screen a little bit smaller actually. You can see there that we left there, and since then we have been unbeaten. We beat Malmo 1-0 away, we won 2-0 in the next game, 3-0, and then a friendly, then we drew, and then we drew again. So we've actually, in those 5 league games, we've actually won 3, drew 2. This is the last league game against Gothenburg, and you can see we're using our 3-5-2 formation, and it seems to be going well. The reason being is that we've actually brought in some decent players. But one problem that still is with us is our goalie problem. As you remember, our top goalie wanted to leave the side, and he was actually sold just a few ticks later. Olsen, he was moved to actually another Swedish side, oddly enough. And he was sold for, if you click history, he was sold for £5 million. So we lost our star goalie, so we had to bring, I tried for the next couple of ticks trying to find a right goalie, but a lot of the goalies that were on loan didn't want to join us, and then I couldn't find any decent listed goalies. But I did find a good temporary goalie, this goalie here, who I got off, I think, did I get him on a free? Yeah, I got him on a free transfer, and he's been playing 3 games, and he's actually been doing very well. His starting keeping stat was about 78. He's gone up to 80 now. So he's been holding our side really well. But I'm still making some bids for a real good goalie, maybe 2. But there's no decent goalie that you can actually buy at the moment. The only ones you can have are on loan. So I'm making some more loan bids. But we've had quite a few more new players coming in. As you can see there, I've been very busy on the transfer market. Ronenberg's one of our new strikers, and he's already scored 3 goals, so he should solve our striking problem, because again, the other player who wants to leave is a striker. We've also bought quite a few decent midfielders, all on 3s except for this one guy here who we bought, but he's a very good, as you can see, the secondary stats is very good here. So the actual team does look a bit different from the last time you've seen it. As you can see, we've still got a lot of people who I'm talking about contracts and stuff like that. I've also promoted quite a few youths in, like this guy here, he's a youth player. This guy's a good youth player. So, no, sorry, these are not youth. Oh, no, yes, they were youth players. The icon just hasn't come up. Oh, yes, it is. There it is. It's quietly hidden. This guy was a youth player, because again, you can see by the black shield there, if you can see it. I'm getting quite a decent youth academy, which I thought I originally was going to get. So I've actually some more players I bought in there. I've actually got a very good youth defender who's just signed for us, called Nordfeldt. Is it Nordfeldt? No, it's not Nordfeldt, sorry. No, he's actually currently in the side. There he goes, Ostlund. He's actually a youth player, was a youth player, and look at his stats, it's very decent for a youth player, so he's going to do wonders for us. That's really a great new player coming into the side. And we've also strengthened our midfield. We've got this amazing midfielder we bought from Frankfurt for quite a decent price, only 10 million, and he's got 98 and 98 speed. These are really good stats here. and he's got an average 7.3 rating already, which is decent, very decent, anything above 7. So we're building up some really good players here. I'm still free transferring the odd 1 or 2 player that I don't need anymore. We've got Bellotti, an Italian youngster who's also very good. You can see why we're doing better in the league, because we're actually building up a decent side. Our midfield is pretty strong now. Our defence is pretty decent. We've got some good reserve defenders as well. It's just, and our attack is getting better. We've got Ronenberg, and Bloom's the guy who wants to leave, but he's still our best striker, hence I'm still putting him in the side. But I've got some reliable deputies here. Kalmark I still haven't played that much because he just doesn't score goals. Tabrez will be coming to score more regularly as well. And we've got Hansen, who's another youth product, who's also a very decent was a decent youth player, so I'm going to give him games off the sub bench. And yeah, generally we are doing very well. I'm just going to check on this guy because he's got some decent stats there. Does he assistant report? Again, if you do assistant report, it's all free for youth players. 8.4. Oh, because I haven't. Yeah, this is a dodgy one. I think I'll give him a contract, but I will eventually sell him for money, I think, because he wouldn't really feature. So, what does the latest mail coming in say? Okay, his wage too high. Okay, they're warning me that this good defender who I want to buy, who could be a future captain because he's got a leader up there, the wage offered him was too high, so I'm going to make that go down to 15,000. See if we can get him now. Another free transfers cancelled. Why is it cancelled? Free transfer again. The wage is too high. You'll get this, so I have to reduce that wage again to say 6,000. I have got another side going for him, Napoli though, so we might not get him. We'll try though. And then contract renewals. Yes, he's staying. He's staying. He's staying. Youth player Osland. That's a great youth player we've had. He's staying with us. But now, yeah. Oh, we've got another. This guy not interested in his contract. He's unhappy. Did I just buy him? Yeah, I only bought him 2 months ago. So I can't transfer list him yet because 1, I don't want to, and 2, it's under 3 months. So I'm going to send him on holiday leave to try and boost his confidence up. This is what you do, holiday leave. Hope you see you back and more motivated. And hopefully that means he's now happy, and hopefully that'll come back him as happy when he joins the club again. But it means he's going to be away for 2 weeks though. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. We have completed the negotiations. Liverpool and agreed to loan George for the next 6 months because there's only 6 months of the season left. And George is an 83 goalie, so he will, even though 83 is not brilliant, he will become our new goalie now until we get a better one. So I'll change him as number 1, but now it's going to be the sub. It means I can also get rid of one of those really bad goalies now. Free transfer him. Oh, number 8 is vacant because Kallstrom is suspended. So who's I'll put, yeah, one of my new midfielders in. And also 15 is vacant, so I need to put another one in. 15 is not used that often, so I'll put Patras in. 15's like the backup midfielder. And there you go, there's the side ready for the next league game or cup game. All ready. Yeah, it's actually February the 9th is the next game, so it's going to be in a couple of ticks time, so probably next episode you'll find out how they're getting on. I've just noticed I've missed something in my training stream. Yeah, I hadn't nominated captain. I need to go through the side now to see if any of these current starting 11 have got a leadership skill. If they have, then they're the captain. If they don't, it'll be the next any player over 24 who hasn't got any bad traits. Okay, Guan's too quiet, but maybe. Fernord, great fighter, too young, no. Austrian is, of course, way too young. Dial's only 16, but I put him as a number 9, so his stats will carry on going up. And he's doing well, actually. 3 appearances in a rating of 7, just for a 16-year-old with really basic stats. Skropenberg, just because you're probably the best player we've got, I might have to make you captain. Unless I can find anyone better. Van Binsbergen, you'll be another candidate for captaincy. Belati, I think you're too young. Wernborn, you're leaving, so I'm not making you captain. No, I've got no captain, no leadership skills in the side, so I'll put the next best thing is your next best player. He's got great fire instinct, which is not too bad for a captain actually. So I'll make him he's our captain for the game. And he's wearing the number 7 shirt, so you put in there number 7 for the captain. And keep it as it is. And then save it. There you go. Just do this final mail check. Youth player, does he want to stay with us? Yes, that's the one we're kind of signing. This youth player's left anyway. Not missing much there. We've got a new youth player. Nah, not brilliant. He's got an 8.4. Okay. And then, this is Gothenburg. This was our last league game. So you'll get, when you have league games or any friendly games, you get match reports just like this. And then you click on the score to find out what the match report is. But you can also view that in the match reports here. I've got a couple of friendlies here that have been planned, but I haven't put the match engine in of the match tactician in. So I'll put the reserves in and then all the matches. And then on here you can decide if you want to do penalty shootouts, and here it depends if you played them before, like an aggregate game, but I'm not doing anything like that. Update, and that should update all of them because I did for all friendly matches. Oh yeah, one thing I need to show you is I've got a Manager in a Month award because of my good form. So you get Manager in a Month award, which appears in there, and that will boost your level ratings. I'm currently, my level rating, remember this when we first saw it was 0%, now it's 78%, so I'm very close to level 2, and tells you all my history. So when of course I get to level 2, I can go and join a level 2 club if I want to, but I'm not. I'm going to stick with Elfsborg for quite a while yet. And that is it. So that's a quick update, and for episode 7 I'll let you know what's happening. So goodbye for now.